The Lions went over to Baltimore and got smoked. And I don't know what's that about. They're going to right the ship this week. I'm not worried about that. Look, the Raiders are the Raiders, and that's not very good. That's not saying much. Their last win a couple weeks ago against the Patriots, they looked all right, but then again, it's the Patriots who are still coming into form. Most recently, they did lose 30-12 to the lowly Justin Field-led Chicago Bears. With Jimmy Garoppolo at the helm, Josh Jacobs at running back, Devontae Adams at wide receiver, just those three, you think the roster would be a lot better. They're not. Devontae Adams isn't happy. Jacoby Myers is coming into his own. Josh Jacobs seems like he's having a rough start to the season. Only 2 touchdowns on the year through 7 games. And you look at David Montgomery, who's out right now for Detroit, but he has 6 touchdowns, and he only played 5 games. He toting the rock. Touches is the name of the game. But Montgomery's in the run game and in the passing game, and that Detroit offense is a well-oiled machine. They didn't look like it, though, last week against Baltimore. Lamar did his thing, as he should. He's in the MVP race this year. He is, and that's where he belongs. That's the talent he is. But so is Jared Goff, and that might be shocking to most people. 1,900 passing yards on the year, 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Jared Goff is having himself a year, and Detroit is shocking the NFL world. And that last loss was just as shocking. What can we expect this week? I think Detroit bounces back 100% this week. The Raiders, they haven't shown that they're up to a challenge. If you were to look at their schedule, they had the chance to rise to the occasion in Buffalo, lost 38-10. Rise against the occasion against the Chargers, lost 24-17. The occasion wasn't even there to be risen to against Chicago. That should have been a win, lost 30-12. So, and then you have a team like the Lions, are well-oiled. Let's look at their track record. Sitting at 5-2, came out, beat Kansas City week 1, blew out the Panthers 42-24. They walked on the Broncos the week before this Baltimore game, 26. They're going to put up some points, Detroit, and that's their whole thing. And the Raiders, they're not going to hold you from scoring points. There's the equation right there. I think Detroit has a bounce-back week this week. The Raiders are lying in wait. If I had to give you a score for this game, I'm going with the Lions. I don't know. I'm not a gambling man, but I'm sure Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'm sure he's going to score a touchdown. Laporta, that tight end, he's good. He's good. He's real good. I'm sure he's going to get a touchdown. They're going to have to rely on the receiving core. I don't know if they get any of these running backs back this week between Montgomery and Gibbs, but I'm sure Dan Campbell got a plan, and they're going to bounce back against the Raiders. What's going to be the score? Lions 24, Raiders 12. I think they're going to try to get Devontae Adams involved, the Raiders. I really do, but I think it might be too far gone in that aspect. I think there might be other problems on that offense. I think Jacoby Myers is showing that he might be Jimmy G's favorite target, it looks like. So maybe Devontae might have a second spot in that receiving core. We'll see what happens in this game. We'll see who gets the targets. The storyline coming out of this game, though, is going to be Devontae Adams. And, of course, can Detroit right the ship, which I think they will. They're going to go up to 6-2 and keep leading that NFC North going forward into the playoffs. Because I don't think between the Vikings, the Bears, and the Packers, it's over. It's a wash. They got it. They're going to keep playing good football and right the ship. The Raiders got to figure something out. 24-12, Lions, Raiders.